I'm Therese Timmons, and I will be using 4 concepts to describe this photograph. I will be using frame, light, vantage point, and time. I'll start with frame. From what it appears to be in this photograph, it is actively framed. And also we have the edges of this photograph are right here, this ginormous mountain right here, and then these mountains far off into the distance. They all give edges to the scene, as well as this bottom half of the picture with half of the train track showing.